ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I forgot how to start my intro. It's been so long.
That's the intro.
It is. This is the new intro because you know what? We're now in a new season of ISGP podcast, which I'm now favorably mentioning. This is season 2. This is season 2 of the ISGP podcast, and you're probably sitting here wondering, how are we still here? Have we been cancelled yet? We have not. And
No.
I think that is because we have yet to have a host yet. And not only do we have one host, but we have 2 hosts. I'm luckily and gratefully joined by Congoose, formerly known, or I guess realistically known as Nintendo Gen 64, and Crystal Fisher.
Crystal Fisher, hello. Now, by the way, I would just like to point out that we did cancel the ISG podcast. This is not the ISG podcast. This is the ISGP podcast.
No, this is the ISG podcast.
I know, I'm joking. Hello, everyone. Thank you thank you. Welcome to the tournament. This is, I guess, our like, you know, we're premiering this video today to tell you all that ISGP3 is only hours away at this point, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I am just.
I'm out
ready.
of water. I'm out of water, which is.
I'm ready for this.
I need to go fill up. I need to go fill up with water so that I can spit it out when we see some of these groups and stuff, because it's phenomenal stuff.
So yeah, it's been like
Yeah,
what,
love
2
it.
years since the last ISGP. ISGP2 was 2020. We've lived through a pandemic. We've gotten through the other side. And
Definitely.
yeah, and we've got a great community of people here, don't we, Amelia?
Yeah, we do. And I just want to know, did you guys think we would ever get to ISGP3? When you guys were like, you know what, let's whip up a tournament. Did you ever think ISGP3 would ever be a thing?
What do you think, Crystal Fisher?
I think we would have, like, based on how we used to do tournaments, I think we would have got to, like, in the old days when we was first sort of thinking about it, we would have got to ISGP3 by, I reckon, like 2020. We would never have done it be a 2-year thing. Do you know what I mean? And now the way we've structured it is way better. I think that every 2 years is actually perfect. But I think that at the start, I probably thought, yeah, we would have probably done one every year.
Nah, I disagree. I thought it was a one and done situation. In fact, we hadn't even discussed an ISGP2 until
That's true. We hadn't
Nick,
discussed it, no.
who
That's
floated
true.
it back in late 2019.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we were, pretty lucky. The fact that really ISGP2 kind of was the birth child of COVID. We were like, you know what, we're pretty freaking bored. And then that kind of what was the 2-year mark, and we were like, you know what, what's another 2 years for another one? But
Angus and I had discussed it in Europe with Al and Fraser as well. Like, we briefly brought it up and stuff, but sorry, not Europe, Japan. But yeah, like, you're right. It was not really a thing until the server sort of started to will it to happen.
And I don't know if COVID's like broken me or anything, but it does not feel like it's been 2 years. Like, it genuinely does not feel like it's been 2 years since the ISGP2.
Nah, it's kind of crazy actually, because I remember like when we went through the names of the people who were in the ISGP3, we listed off a bunch of people who I felt like have been around forever, but apparently they were only here since like someone was just at my door. Apparently they've only been here since like after ISGP2, like Gary and like Charity Royale. Like, these are people I feel like I've known for years, but apparently it's been like less than 2 years. It's nuts.
I know, it's interesting to see how, I guess, like, the staple of the server, the staple of, like, the tournament, the staple of the channel, they kind of, just, like, the pillars kind of come and go. Like, the people come in and they kind of stick around, or you'll see them kind of flick in and flick out. But, luckily, I think, given the fact of you guys' live stream and you guys naming all the competitors, we've managed to keep some real solid people from ISGP 1 to 2 to 3. And I think it's going to be a really exciting mix of the OGs, what feel like OGs now, but it's just because time is such a weird construct right now of ISGP2, and a couple of the newbies in ISGP3, which will be fun.
Well, this is for an interesting factoid for you people watching at home, and for Amelia and for Andrew. The only people so far, presuming they'll complete this tournament and not either die or be hospitalized before the tournament begins, fingers crossed, the only people who have been in all 3 tournaments are Crystal Fisher, myself, Fraser, James Jones, Dessert Monkey JK, Muddy Maestro, and that's it. That's the list.
Oh, wait, I guess he didn't finish.
King Europe won too. Sorry, King Europe won. Yes, he can. We'll count him. King Europe won.
Remember when you and Yoga beat him in like a 2-on-1?
Remember when he wouldn't race me in ISGP2? I'm not holding a grudge.
No. Well, hey, maybe you'll be in the same group as him in this tournament, Amelia. We don't know. We'll get to that potentially. I will say, when Crystal Fisher and I were tasked with putting together the groups for this tournament, we tried our damnedest to make sure that we didn't repeat matchups. We wanted fresh, new matchups. And I think we have that. I think we're going to deliver on fresh new matchups.
Yeah.
And some classics, though. It's not.
Of course, don't forget there's some really good classics coming back. Which some of them are like the most obvious classics you could ever imagine. But that's okay, because you got to give the people what they want, and then you got to take it away as well.
Yeah, we were talking about this. We were like, do we just go and do the obvious choice, or do we not? And I think we were just like, let's just fucking just do it. But there's some good ones too. I'm really excited for this. But we should, we'll just plant that seed and we'll let that germinate while everyone listens to us prattle on for the next 10 minutes about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
I know, and I guess we better set the scene, I guess, in what type of things that we're going to be looking at. So I guess, what are we looking at group size wise? How many people? Like, how's it going to go? Who's going to go through? Is it going to be 8 goes through? Is this the year of 8 goes through?
All 8 goes through this time.
8 goes through.
Yep.
I don't know, Crystal Fisher, what do you think?
I think that would be dumb.
Incredible.
I think it'd be dumb. I'm sorry, Amelia. That would just be asinine, and I can't believe you'd even suggest it. It's
because it's what the people want.
You know what? And you know what? The people wanted 4 go through, and what did we do? Oh wait, we did that. Yeah. Okay,
no, we did 4 go through. Oh, look,
we did.
I will say that 4 go through was a okay idea for that tournament. That tournament was okay. It was much better executed in ISGP2.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with 4 go through with ISGP1 is it's like, I mean, it had to be, because if you have a group with Chris, LBC, and Katie Lady, it's like that is completely unfair to the remaining 8 competitors. Like, we just have to acknowledge that. So yeah, a 4 go through makes sense. But as we said in the live stream, this is the easiest tournament to progress in so far, because 4 going through with out of 8 for an ISGP, that is the easiest. Obviously, it was harder with 9. It's harder with 10. So
So basically, we're going to do 4 groups of 8. So there'll be 32 people, 4 groups of 8. Top 4 go through. Then we're going to do another group stage in round 2. So 4 groups of 4, and then the top 2 from those groups will go to the semifinals, and then the winners of the semifinals will be in the grand final. So we'll have a 4-person grand final. It's basically the exact same as ISGP 2 was run, because I think that worked perfectly. I think a second group stage was actually a tremendous idea, and we noticed after ISGP 1 that interest really fell off after the rounds, like after the first round. So we wanted it to do our best to try and retain as many people, keep some interesting matchups, and just make it like a little bit tougher to get to the grand final. Yeah, and I think it worked. Honestly, I think it worked really well.
I loved it
for ISGP2. I think. Do you guys agree?
I think it did. I think it definitely was. I guess a difference between ISGP1 and ISGP2, because I mean, I wasn't in ISGP1, and I was just a fan, I guess, at that point. And I personally was like, after round 2, like when I got to round 2, I was like, So yeah, I think if we can keep it interesting, which we definitely did in ISGP2, then ISGP3 should be a real cracker.
And we separated in ISGP1, if anyone remembers, we actually separated the people. So like the top 2 would go to the semifinals, and then the 3 and 4 would be in the Classic League. And I don't think we defined that clearly enough, because like even though the winner got the Classic title, it still was kind of like it was a consolation prize. It wasn't part of the main draw.
Yeah, so I guess in some ways 4 go through was still kind of a half measure, wasn't it? Like we didn't fully give the people what they wanted. We did still effectively eliminate them. So
yeah. So I think we've kind of got a format now for ISGP. The only thing that changes between tournaments is the group sizes in the first round, I think.
Yeah.
Still, there's 28 matches per group. What's that? 4 times 28. Quick maths. Crystal Fisher, you know the number.
Oh, isn't it like I think it's like 110 matches or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 100 and wouldn't be 110. Hold on.
The answer will go here.
114.
112 actually. 112.
112,
yes. Because 25 times 4 is 100, and then 6 times 4 is 12, and so you add those two numbers together and you get 112.
Very good. There we go.
That's good. That's if this was letters and numbers or countdown, I think I'd do pretty well.
Yeah, my dad would be able to do that in like 3 seconds.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do now. First round one. Let's talk about this because we every time we get a tournament, everyone always says, "What about Reignited Trilogy? What about Hero's Tale? What about Spyro?" No, you know what? We don't like it. We don't want it. I've played Reignited Trilogy, and it's not a fun game to speedrun. It's okay to play. It's like atmospheric, whatever. But we like what we like, and we're not going to change. Although, we actually have widened the net from the first ISGP, because we are doing Spyro Xbox Tondemo Tours is available. You can play that.
Did we allow that in one? Didn't we allow that in one? I swear
yeah, we did. We did. And Spyro 1 NTSC, J, the Japanese version, sorry.
Yeah.
But we're also allowing the Spyro 1 June prototype and July prototypes. So those were new for ISGP2, and we're reintroducing them again in ISGP3. So
do we have any new games for ISGP3 or no?
You could theoretically add in the Spyro 2 prototype, the one with the 65th orb. Remember that one? Remember that one? Yeah, you could technically add that in, but for now, we'll just leave it. But we might make it final.
I don't want to make like changes on the fly in this.
We'll discuss that properly later. But it's good. You want to see the impact of the modding process here. Yeah, we do.
But we are also banning. But remember this: we have to ban the Spyro Crash 3 demo that you can play in Spyro 1. We overlooked that one time, and they played us and they fucked with us, and we're not letting it happen again.
Amelia looking like she wants to play that game. If we got in the same group, would you have suggested that? No?
No, I would not have. I don't know what that was, but I know Garian's going to be very upset by this.
It was a Crash Bash. It was Crash 3.
For Garian.
Yeah.
That's fair.
My tears are always for Garian. A couple of things we need to do before we mention the groups and put everyone's suspense and put everyone out of their misery, is I'm going to take everyone hostage. And I'm going to lay out the rules of this tournament so no one can say that they don't know what the rules are. My main rule, do your races. Respond to messages. I don't want to be going on Facebook, Instagram DMs. I'm not sliding into no DMs to do races. Respond or I swear to God I'll kick you out.
We have text channels on Discord for this exact reason.
You have to communicate on Discord. That's the only way. Like, if we have to resort to Facebook, it'll be like maybe a 1-2 race warning. Where okay, if genuinely you haven't gone on.
Yes.
there we go.
I mean, we should mention. I'm just gonna say it. The Acorn in ISGP2 was notorious for not being able to get a hold of, and I'm very worried that he will make the same mistake again.
James Jones.
We love him.
James Jones I love this guy so much. I die for him, but Yeah.
Fremont is very bad at this.
You have to square up at Fraser in real life to get him to do races. You know what? Real life,
that has happened.
DMs and real life, I'm not doing it.
And people who are new to the server, just sort of like a Jazz Cat type, perhaps, or someone else, or Asdra, who maybe not is as active throughout the rest of the year. Maybe get in touch, drop a line to people, say I'm here. These are my dates, I'm available, like this is the general schedule of my life. Just you don't have to plan a race right now, but I'm just saying, like, communicate with people, sort of set the tone, so that we're not getting to day 5, day 6 and you haven't messaged a single thing in the chat.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
And Discord now has that thing that the honorary punching squirrels, Mayo, he would always, there's some command, we'll post it in one of the voice chats, that actually you write down what time zone or date it is, and it will actually show you your actual time, which is very helpful with time zones, because they are always what screw me over, especially with America, because I always get the date wrong. So if you try to reach out to someone, they don't respond, reach out to a mod, we'll square up.
Message Dessert Monkey JK, spam him, say add Dessert Monkey JK, help me.
Yes, we're missing our base Adam right now, but yes.
He loves it. He's a go add Dessert Monkey JK. I need help with this, and he will jump to it.
I need help setting up an emulator. I don't understand why the bots aren't working. Why is it every time I say egg, it doesn't say where? At base Adam, Dessert Monkey JK.
He's very good. He's very good. You can trust him. As most people know, he's very good. Is he the longest tenured mod? I think he might be.
He would
I
be.
think
Yeah.
He was mod before you, Amelia.
Absolutely, he was. And
He's very good. He's a very good.
He's
mod.
very good. Based. Some say he's based.
I think he's base. I think he's a good guy.
Absolutely based.
The other thing too, just quickly, just so we know this, we are aiming to do an 8-week round 1, which is a breath of fresh air for a lot of people, I'm sure, because that's the amount of time we had for last ISGP. Except you had 1 extra race to do, so you only have 7 races in 8 weeks. Come on,
It's good.
That's
It's
like-
easy.
that's like 0.9 races a week. You know, come on, that's easy.
If you're gonna
Easy.
disappear, if you need a couple of days off, just make it known. Just
Yeah,
let us know.
Al and I are going to be gone for like 3 weeks of it. So the idea is that what are we going to do? We're going to probably get all of our races done before we go. That's just that's just what you do. You just have to communicate. It's not that isn't that hard. Like, with the World Tag League, like I get how it can be really difficult because, man, you got to organize,
Trios.
4 different people, 4 different time zones, 3 different time zones potentially. Triple threats and 3-way dances, 4-way dances, all that kind of thing. Way harder. Grand final, that's a pretty tough one to do. But 1v1, it's easy. You've just got to work it out. So
And we kind of planned these groups to have kind of cooperative time zones as well. That was part of our.
Let's go. Let's just here we go. I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. Well, before you get all excited there, Crystal Fisher, we have a couple more things to talk about, just real quick, just real quick. I just
Calm
wanted to
it
point
down,
out
lad.
for those of you who are concerned, we are doing draws again for ISGP, just for the group stage, right? So draws are like if the race is like genuinely too close to call,
Like me and
you'll
Liam.
get a draw. Yeah, well, not like that one, but
Like
but
me
if it
and
was
Liam.
like.
So
I will say this to avoid if
Like me and Liam.
we prefer it though if you don't draw, because sometimes drawing can cause all kinds of problems. So if you're doing a race, stipulate a draw condition, such as getting if you tie on orbs, whoever got the last orb first, for instance. But if we're doing something like a time limit race, like if your race goes for like 60 minutes, don't make it go for 60 minutes. Make it go less, because if it goes for 60 minutes, that's a time limit draw, and we don't want time limit draws. So just we're putting that out there. We are giving the option that draws are a thing. Not saying we want to see draws though.
We don't want to see any. I don't want to waste an upload slot.
But it is but it's there. It's there to protect us from problems, I guess. Yeah. The draw is there because of
and me and Yoga.
historic purpose. Ask Al Malloy why it's important to have draws. He'll tell you. Anyway, I think that's
another important thing. We don't like backseat speedrunners, and we don't want any mid-speed running coaching. No coaching. If you see something that they've missed, don't be like, and then keep pointing out the fact that you saw something. And then if they figure it out, don't be like, oh, I saw that you missed that. Just don't. We don't. We
should
don't want
have
that. We
coaching.
don't like that.
We should add that to the wiki, because I was going through the thing, and there's
It's in the
nothing
rules.
about
It's in the server rules that.
we should add it to the wiki rules,
It's
because I
just
think that's
poor sportsmen, and it just doesn't make the runners feel like you already feel kind of shit for like missing something. You don't need someone rubbing salt in the wound, so we don't want that. Don't be shit.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And just the other thing too, just while we're on the subject of this stuff, I forgot. Oh, he's gone. Goodbye. While we're on the subject, Amelia, he's not in the tournament, but our current ISGP champion, Mayo Doctor, is notorious for this. He always asks me these questions every time I set any kind of round or anything. What is the maximum and minimum time limit for round 1?
Yes.
10 minutes minimum, 60 minutes maximum.
Okay.
Preferably around the 20-minute mark is good. 30 is okay. 40 is getting a bit excessive. 50 and 60 is just self-masturbatory, if you ask me. So I'm just saying, I don't like 60-minute speed runs.
I agree.
Even though I've been in a couple of them, but try to aim for like that 10 to 20-minute mark. I think that's always the sweet spot for round 1, especially if you're doing 7 races. Imagine if you have 7 1-hour races. That's 7 hours of
If it's gonna be an hour,
time.
make it good. Have a good goal. Don't be doing like how many dragons or how many orbs or gems you can get in an hour. Make it fun. Make it good. Make it worth sitting for an hour and watching it. And if it's shit,
Yeah,
at
'cause
least
people
make sure
watch-
you've got funny people in there. Make commentary good.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to. Let's say Amelia and I did a 1 hour race to get 100 eggs or something, and we just sort of
I'd
like,
DNF.
and we're not talking to each other. We're just like, I just got an egg,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I just got an egg, and then it goes on for an hour. It's just that I don't want to see that.
It's just
No one
fun,
wants to watch that.
guys.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Here's the thing. People like ISGP, but they don't like it that much. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Hold on.
Anyway, you know what? It's time, Amelia.
It's
it's
time?
proper.
Okay. Now,
Alright, so
before,
let's just
do we have
uh,
like names off the bat, or are we going with A, B, C, D?
We'll do it by group, I think, because
Go by
Will
group.
they
I'll-
have group names at some point, or they're just?
no. The group. Oh, sorry, I didn't understand the question. No.
Sorry.
Group. It'll be letters in round 1 because
This-
it will just get cluttered in your inbox to see a bazillion group.
Yeah, we don't want to group Chiyomaru. That's just too confusing at this point. Okay, we'll save that for the Spyro speedruns.
Yeah, but no. But round 2
two,
will have
though.
group like last time, right? Round 1 had group A, B, C, D, and then we had like Okada, Naito, Tanahashi, Omega in round 2.
Can I make a recommendation or a request? Can round 2 names be named after Formula 1 drivers?
What did I say?
Formula
What did I say? She would suggest Angus before. I said I bet you Amelia will say, hey, make it F1 because Yeah.
But do you know what? How often do I say things and you don't listen to me, and then you go in like 3 weeks' time? That would have been such a good idea. We should have listened
don't
to
know.
Amelia.
Amelia,
I think maybe Otani.
I've got
group is
McLaren nows right now. We need
I
Formula
just died.
1
Just out of cringe,
team
Amelia.
names.
Just out of cringe.
I'll kick you out of this podcast
Oh,
right now.
oh, I'm cringing. This is the phys.
He cut out, and I'm glad about it. Oh, you both cut out. Oh no! Oh, shambles. This is not what we want any of the races to be like. It's just people speaking to themselves, because that won't be good at all. Let's see if I can get my friends back. Where have they gone? Yeah, I cut off right about the time that you guys said that it'd be a really good idea to name the group's Formula 1 drivers.
Oh, okay. I'll start from there. Okay, so when you're ready.
Yep, done.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, it would be a very, very good idea to name the group's Formula 1 drivers.
Yeah. F1. We've got to figure out a way of combining F1 and sumo for the Spyro Speedruns Cup 2023 because that's the current like trendy interests right now. Liam and Angus's side, and me, sumo, and then on Amelia, and I've sort of got into it F1. So it's
How
Oh
about-
yeah, you're really into F1.
How about
I
sumo
can tell you.
round 2, but then for like the final stage, then we go Formula drivers. But we'll go teams, and then it'll be like the top teams of the the top teams.
I will only if we get Schumacher as one.
Done. As long as it's Mick Schumacher, we're good.
No, the elder Schumacher. Do you know, Amelia, that Michael Schumacher, the older Schumacher, was recently described as being conscious?
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
They've upgraded him from unconscious to conscious.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great news?
Yes.
Speaking of conscious, speaking of being woke, group time.
Yeah.
Let me open this up in my.
Okay.
So you did this group, Angus. This is Group A. Without further.
I don't know this
Well, I
group
was
either,
gonna
by
say,
the way.
why don't
It's
we
a
like
surprise
take
to
it one name at a time? Why don't we do? Well,
Nah, hit me all at once. Hit me all at
You want
once.
all at once?
I don't.
Alright,
I don't
alright,
have
well-
I've just spent the week at the Grand Prix, so I don't have it in me to focus on one name at a time. Just hit me all at once.
All right. Well, this is. We should do like. Where's the proper intro? We should do like a. I want a graphic. I want text. I want. This is ISGP3. These are the groups. Group A.
I don't know why you're asking for this now. I do all this shit in post.
I know. I'm sure you'll do something cool though. I'm sure. I was just trying to
I've
get.
got a whole new revamp.
Anyway,
set up.
without any further ado, this is it. We are beginning the ISGP. If there's anything you need to watch, is from here on out. We are talking about Group A, and it's alphabetical. Here we go. This is the first group of ISGP3. Group A. Member 1, Antonio Curtis. Member 2, Asdra. Member 3, Charmed Sky. Member 4, Desert Monkey JK. Member 5, King Europe 1. Member 6, Laura. Lumi Laura. Member 7, Fantastic Grump. And member 8, Smudgy, aka the Wild Card. Anyway, that is Group A. What a group. I'll post that so Amelia can actually see the group, but
That's the team. I don't even want to hear any other. How do you top that?
It's a good group. Isn't that a great group?
How do you top Antonio Curtis?
So
Antonio Curtis wants to know how to be topped.
So in this group, the thing I'm really keen on in this group is we have, like, look at that. We have Al Malloy, Antonio Curtis, Dessert Monkey JK, King Europe 1. We have 3, like, absolute, like, veterans of speedrunning who've been, like, in tournaments for 10 years. And I think this is the first time that all 3 of them are going to be in a group together. And
this is my call out, King Europe. Finish this round, please.
Yes.
I kind of made this group a little bit for him because I was like, you know, he likes Al, he likes Dessert Monkey. But also Laura is in this group too. And I think Laura... it's kind of, she's the new up-and-comer in the speedrunning.
I mean, and also Laura and King Europe met earlier this year, the Goon Meet, the GRA Goon Meet. So they met in person, so they're friends now. So it's like, this is the Friends of King Europe 1 group, apparently.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. So there's a couple... so Asdra making their return as well. Very excited for that.
Couple of returns.
Making the debut. Yep.
That's their ISGP debut at least. It did.
Yes. Super Crash.
Yes. Crash. Yep. But ISGP where it counts.
That's right. Smudgy finally making his big debut too. I'm excited for Smudgy. It's been a long time coming. I said it before. He's a wild card. We have no idea.
He was good at Crash, and I'm very interested to find out whether he's good at Spyro as well.
Yeah.
Isn't this a great... Like, I'm looking at this group. I'm loving this group. This is a great group.
Yeah.
What a group.
A for awesome.
Isn't it Group A? Group A, it's a hard act to follow, I think, Group A. It'll be tough to top. But I'm thinking, like, you know, way too early predictions. I think we could see Dessert Monkey JK do well.
It's top 4, is it?
Top 4, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think my predicted top 4 would be Dessert Monkey JK, Charm Sky, Antonio Curtis, and Laura. But I think Smudgy has a chance to play major spoiler in this group.
Yeah, that's very true. I think Smudgy could easily spoil. And 1, 2, 3. Shit. Okay, it's gonna be an interesting group. Put it that way.
Also, I would like to point out that this group has I think. I'm just looking at the layout. I think it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Brits in it as well. So 4 people from the UK. So that'll be
gonna be good.
That'll be good for them. And then there's, I think the rest are Canada, America, and then South Africa. Yeah. I mean, Harley's time zone is always fucky, but you know, whatever. It's the cross you bear when you live in South Africa. So.
And I think it's going to be an interesting one. I think Laura especially because just Queen at Spyro 1, we all know it. But I think she's branching out. She's starting Spyro 2. But she's starting Spyro 2, she's starting Spyro 3. I think if people do wacky goals, they might pip her at 2 and 3 and possibly kick her out of the next round. But 1, game over, she's got it.
Yeah, and that's too. I mean, that's important to note as well. That's why it's good that we're doing group stages in round 1 and a group stage in round 2. It's just because, you know, if Laura doesn't like do Spyro 1, you know, in a 1 race here or 1 race there, it's not a big deal. But in the past, we've had people who are only good at 1 game and they would only ever do 1 game, and then when you get into the knockout rounds, if it was a straight up 1v1 match, you win, you go through, you lose, you get kicked. If you don't do your game of choice, then you're screwed. So
another rule we forgot to mention is you do have to at least do 1 of each game. That's one of each game.
It'd be nice to see that.
So
that's Group A. I'll just repeat those names for anyone who is just joining us: Antonio Curtis, Asdra, Charm Sky, Dessert Monkey JK, King Europe 1, Laura, Fantastic Grump, and Smudgy.
I'm excited. I don't know how any other group would be topped, even saying that, knowing that I will be in a future group, but...
And this is your raw, like, opinion, by the way. Amelia did not know this.
I have no idea.
This is her first... And I just would like to say, aren't you glad that we saved it till right now to tell you?
Yeah, and I'll also be honest, I can't remember who's in. I've seen the sign-up sheet multiple times. I've vetted it. I've pointed out multiple times that Angus has had the same name written in there multiple times for 5 different people. Maybe 4. At least 4, maybe 5. So I've seen these names. Couldn't remember what I did.
It's different when you see them all listed out, but then when you see them in groups, I think it
definitely
it changes it. But
it makes it real.
Group B, please, Group B.
All right, here we go. Can we top Group A? I think we might. I think we might be able to. All right, with Group B, we have Connor David, Crystal Vision, Daniel Davidson, Danta Fanta, Fromond, James Jones, Jazz Cat, and Meteora Girl.
Oh, done.
That is your 8.
Done.
I've peaked. That come on. How can you? Okay, first of all, I'll just put this here so Amelia can see it. We have a group that has Connor David, Daniel Davidson, and Danta Fancy in it. I mean, I feel like that is already and Crystal Fisher. How cool is that, by the way? Fromond versus James Jones, Team Randall collides again.
That's the obvious match we're talking about. It's like, do we do it again? Yes, of course we fucking do it again. And will we do it again in ISGP4? Yeah, we're going to do it again in ISGP4.
I'm just glad that I don't have to worry about having to try and get them to do a race with me. So.
Yeah, I am kind of their babysitter, aren't I?
Yes.
You've made me. I'm babysitting the kids again.
Yeah.
The former Death Triangle compatriots. So I'm looking forward to it.
They put out a line this tournament. I'm putting my foot down.
Yes. Now, the other reason why this group is the way it is because Meteora Girl, Jess, never raced Fraser in Spyro Speedrun Cup last year. So that's the race that never happened. So we're trying to get that to go.
Redemption arc. We love to see it.
Also, I'd like to also point out that Death Triangle collides again. We have Crystal Fisher, James Jones, and Fraser in the same group.
That's right.
Also, we have 2/3 of Seath Harbour in the same group as well.
That's right. 2/3 of Seath Harbour. I get to race Connor again, which has been a long time coming. That doesn't really happen very often. We don't really race. We did race. I think it was in the Spyro Speedruns Cup. No, we did a Spyro 1 race. I believe it was last year, and that was pretty fun. So I'm looking forward to racing Connor again. I'm looking forward to. I want to get some revenge on Danta Fanta for knocking me out of the of ISGP2. He got me out there in the second round of the the second league. I think it was the Classic League there. Remember that?
Yes, that's right.
Me. I had a flu. I thought it was COVID. He knocked me out. Dan Davidson. I don't believe I've ever raced him in a singles. I don't reckon.
You have not. You've never raced Dan Davidson.
You'd know if you've raced Dan because you'd never feel the same again after getting that level of defeated.
Amelia raced Dan in
Spyro. Defeated me, man.
Yeah. And Jazzcat making his debut. So we're gonna have to see what Jazzcat has to offer. I really hope again, because we just don't know, could end up playing spoiler. Absolutely could end up playing spoiler.
I'm excited for Jazzcat. We got a complete newcomer coming in. It's very exciting.
I'm excited for Danta and Dan. See if there's an ultimate Seath Harbour.
Yeah, who will
and of course they've met before.
Yeah, who will leave seething?
Someone.
Yeah, that's an exciting matchup. I mean, I think and also these guys also everyone versus James Jones is always you don't know what you're up for. Like Connor David
always
versus
incredible.
James Jones.
Oh, yes.
I think Connor David and James Jones happened in some random I'm a speedrunner 10 years ago.
Instrumation or something when he was Instrumation.
Yeah. I think it happened in maybe I'm a speedrunner 9 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was I'm a speedrunner. I'm pretty sure that has happened in a very long time ago. So that renewing a rivalry there. In the
rivalry.
Sense, but
they're big enemies. Connor David and James Jones absolutely hate each other.
Secret enemies.
But
I mean, also this group as well. I feel like it has a real chance for either Fraser to pick up a couple wins, Meteora Girl could pick up a couple wins, James Jones could pick up a couple wins. I think it's gonna be a definite clincher top to bottom. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting, because could be a clear top 4, but I reckon there could be a sneaky knockout for 4th place.
Yeah. I could see Jazzcat, just crushing me. You know what I mean?
I could see James Jones knocking you out.
James Jones beat Liam. Remember?
I'd love to see it.
James Jones beat Liam. I'm a speedrunner.
What is he? He says, I'm sorry to say this, Liam, or whatever. But I've won.
That's a big deal because I drew with Liam.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's right.
When Amelia didn't draw with Liam, it reminded her
draw
of
with
that
Liam.
for some reason. I'm not sure why it reminds her of not drawing, but yeah,
Cedric.
it's crazy.
Anyway,
draw.
Group C.
You want Group C? All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Group
Cedric.
C. I will take the liberty and do Group C. All right. Drum roll. Charity Royale. We have
Solid start.
Well, that's only one person. We have Da Acorn. We have Garth Vader. I am your father. We have Gentle Toradonna Oath Sworn.
Oh.
We have Nintendo Gen 64. That's right, I am in this group.
You.
We have Skater 6453. We have Toonie SA. And we have XCal.
Oh,
Huge. Another great group.
This could be. I'm picking this as the group of death, to be perfectly honest. I think this could be the toughest group, and I'm in this group. So the reason I'm in this group is because in Group A, in ISGP2, people said I had a too easy time, right? But now I'm in a group with the Acorn, with Gentle Toradon Oathsworn, with Toonie SA, with Skater, with Charity Royale. What a group!
Yeah, and I mean, you could try and beat Gaz and Garion at his own game, because he has posted every Garion mode that he and Garion task and goal that he is gonna do in ISGP3. So you could have a look and start practicing, but you're never gonna be prepared to face Garion.
Oh,
never
ever. And now this group has XCal returning,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very excited for XCal, and I was like, do you know who I would love to see XCal race? This is just a random thing.
Yeah.
Skater 6453. I feel like those two guys would get on very well for some reason.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited for a Toonie and Garion. I think that's gonna be good.
Another GRA race, yeah.
The GRA race, of course.
Yeah, well,
and also
good.
Charity Royale is going to do very well. This is his first tournament.
Yeah.
He's going to do very well, I see.
We'll see him in round 2. We'll see him there.
But look, honestly, this is going to be a really fun group. I think Garth is going to be fun. I think Skater, XCal, Toonie. What a good guy group.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the hardest group, actually. I will just looking at this now. Yeah, I do think it's going to be the toughest group. Once again, Toonie put into a tough group like Group B last year. And Dacorn as well, who was the one that got eliminated from Group B last time, just from Cola Pros coming in as sort of a spoiler, I believe.
Exactly, and I wanted to see what would happen if Toonie and Dacorn played again a year later or 2 years later.
Yeah,
I think there's no clear 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's a general gist of who's going to make it through, but I don't think you could pick who's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I think you need a good mix of groups like that where the layout isn't exactly clear, and I could not tell you the order that this group would finish in either. It's just it's going to be interesting. I think 5 and 6 could be very close, and 7, 8. I feel like whoever gets 8 is very unlucky in this group. I think it's going to be just I don't want to see anyone get 8th in this group.
No. We don't want to see anyone get 8.
But yeah, now we've done the first 3 groups. Crystal Fish will reveal the last group, and whoever's left over is in the last group. So
that's me.
That's Amelia. So who is it?
Amelia is in this group. All right. So Group D is Agork, Amelia Cookle, Bobblevink, Irides, Muddy Maestro.
Oh, I'm done.
Spyro Jonathan. The Popcorn Fiend, and Yoga Monya.
Oh, I'm not making it through. I'm not seeing round 2. I'm not seeing round 2.
If you're not looking at the screen, you're thinking someone's having a heart attack here. This is a very
my internet didn't drop out again. I'm just speechless.
No. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. I honestly think you could do it, Amelia.
Get to round 2. Get to round 2.
I think you can do it. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I tapped out as soon as you were like, me and Muddy in the same group. Done. I'm not. He's got me. That's
okay. Obviously, I'll just say this. Obviously, Muddy and Yogamonyu are very good.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I think 3 and 4 spots 3 and 4 are definitely up for grabs here.
Yep.
I think it
we
could
don't,
be.
We don't know how good Jonathan is. We don't know the true potential of a Cyrides, Bobbledink, and Popcorn Fiend, and a Gork. In fact, we don't know the true potential of them. I will not judge him for previous tournaments.
I know Amelia lost to a Gork in ISGP
2. Correct.
Did you
Did
not
I?
lose?
Or did you win? Did you?
No,
did you win?
I think I won. I think it was 30 eggs, and I think I just won.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Let me check that.
That was a fun race. I enjoyed that one, except when I got to Spooky
check.
Swamp and I lost all frame rate.
Oh yeah, you did beat it. Sorry. So a Gork beat.
I think Bobbledink beat me.
Keith, right?
No, you didn't race Bobbledink.
Didn't I? No, I think I raced him in something like
in
recently.
Spice Grounds Cup.
Yes,
yeah, Spice Grounds Cup, right?
Yes, Keith had also
Well,
beat me.
Yeah, well, you got to grind it out. But I will say, a Gork beat Keyford in ISGP too. So.
That's true.
And Keyford beat me, so I didn't know Wizard Peak, so that's all on me.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
But I like this group a lot. I think this is this is like if you take groups D and groups A from ISGP 1 and ISGP 2 and merge them, because Yoga, a Gork, and Amelia were from Group A from last tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. So
And
you
then
just chucked us at D
Cyrus-
instead.
And yes, but the other thing is you, a Gork, and Yoga all failed to qualify last time.
Fuck, we suck.
Yeah, so and that's I was like, okay, well they couldn't do it last time. Let's see if they can do it again this time. Let's give them another chance. Let's see how things play out 2 years later, because I'm always for seeing how people progress in these tournaments.
I think while you say Group C is Group Death, Group D's the party house. It's gonna be nothing but fun. It's just it's cool.
Yeah. I honestly, I mean, like, if you took me out of my group and put me into any of the other 3 groups, I would be happy as a pig in
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm happy in any group at this point. Like, I think that there could be, really, if I'm ranking them against other groups in other tournaments, I mean, it's impossible because I don't think we've ever really crafted a bad group, to be perfectly honest. Put ourselves over, but these groups are especially great because I think that they perfectly.
I would say the worst group ever, if you want to talk about worst group ever, was Group B in the first ISGP.
Yeah,
you knew what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yep.
Because in that group you had you had Dino Pony who got kicked out, who got disqualified, Avado who got kicked out, and Wed 517 who got.
Oh my goodness me. However, none compared to the legendary no-show of Retro Ricky in ISGP 2. The second, basically the story is with this, we basically never really talked about it, but he was in Group C, he got the intro, got the graphic, got everything, and then literally, are you ready to race against Lucas? 3, 2, 1, drops from call, has never been seen again, has never accepted my friend request after 2 years. We never heard from him again. He never commented on my channel. He never did anything ever again. He vanished.
Yes.
Retro Ricky is gone.
Where is he?
Where is someone put him on a milk carton? Where's Retro?
It's like Coney, but like, where's Retro Ricky 2022?
So what group was he? He was Spyro.
Very good.
Was he Spyro Speedruns Cup?
That was
C.
Oh, Group C. Sorry, Group C. Yes, he was replaced by Luca or 44.
Mm-hmm.
C.
The other group that it was kind of shaky was Group B in ISGP 2. Was kind of weird because we had Mama Club 2 who dropped out after doing 2 races. Cameo de Manio replaced him but never did a race. And we also had Not Dingo Crash, who was Not Dingo Crash.
Scum.
But we did get Toonie SA out of all that. He
did
join. So I think you take the good with the bad. I think we definitely gained some. This is just a quick aside. Some people, Crystal Fissure and Amelia, who I wish would come back to the tournaments. Okay. And I'll start in ISGP 1. Where is H. Dales? I liked him.
Yes, I love that guy. He's doing well. I still see him on Instagram. He's doing well. He's a good guy. He's busy being a jacked mate.
When do we do an All Stars?
ISGP All Stars. Now, at this point, isn't everyone an All Star though?
Kind of, yeah. Most people, yeah.
How do you classify All Stars? Who do you kick out?
Bring back the OGs.
The OGs. Okay, so we just go back to ISGP 1 and just...
Okay,
so
Noel, Ashley...
Bring them back. Bring them all back. Maybe we won't call it All Star. We'll go like ISGP OG or something like that. See if we can bring back as many ISGP winners as we can. But then not,
So that would be
not
like,
a full tournament. Not just maybe like just put them all in one race and see what happens.
I think Chris and Katie Lady would love to come back.
A Hunger Games of sorts.
Chris and Katie Lady, yeah, let's bring them
Sign
back.
them up.
Let's bring back Dino Pony. Let's bring him back.
Yes. I just killed myself.
Why was he disqualified? I don't know why we call him
Because I don't think he's disqualified. I think that's bullshit, actually.
It says disqualified on the wiki. I don't think
so, because I think he technically did every race but like one, but we were really strict back then.
he did 4 races. Yeah.
Okay, fuck him then. Okay, what an idiot.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you know
how I
what?
know.
I was gonna say, like, we've spoken about this. A lot of omissions from this tournament. A lot of people who didn't come back, but I think it's the strongest field we've ever had in an ISGP. I'm just gonna say it. I think it's the best group we've ever had.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any
I like
people that
ISGP
you want
too.
come back because you started a segment and then you kind of named like 2 people? Is there anyone
Oh,
else?
Vitus, bring back Vitus.
Where is he?
I don't know. Where is he?
I miss him.
Where's Vitus? Where are you, Vitus? Where are you?
I'm so
Who else
high.
was there? Medi Excalibur 2012. I like him.
Yeah, I like, yeah.
I always have time for Paul.
Mhm.
Paul
Bring him
Patrick
back.
Bennett.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
Paul.
What about? Let's have a look at who was in the original Spyro Speedruns Cup that we would like to see come back. Who else came back before?
We had V-Grips.
Where's RCR PNR? Damn it.
Yes.
Fuck that guy. We don't
Oh,
want him
V
back.
Grips. They must be the most obscure person ever because they did 1 race in the Spyro Speedruns Cup and they've never done a single race ever.
No,
they did
was
2
it
races
Rocco
before.
Taco? Remember Rocco Taco never showed up.
Then there was MC Jaga.
Missy Jaga.
Wait, what about YW?
Yeah, I was about to say I'll never get over Wally signing up as YW and managed to sneaking through all the way until like an actual race before
Didn't work
we
this
like,
time.
Oh, we're
Big
dumb.
brain.
We're dumb. Who is Spyro 557? I don't know who that was. They're the most obscure person.
Is Spyro 557?
Isn't Jonathan?
Spyro Jonathan?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
Spyro
Jonathan.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that is.
Yeah, he was in Spyro Speedruns Cup.
Oh my god, he has been around before. Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Redemption.
Oh no, shit! This is not his debut. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we'll just yeah. That is not his debut. It is not his debut. I correct. That.
Okay, so that's okay. I think that's a record for the longest time between tournaments. By the way,
It's also a record for the longest time we didn't figure out that like someone was actually already been in it.
I forget everything that
While we're
happened. in it.
pointing out things that are incorrect on the wiki, I would like to re-point out the fact that Sam, aka the Popcorn Fiend, is
I changed it.
Canadian.
I knew that. I changed it.
Canadian.
Oh, they're Canadian, right?
Canadian.
Gotcha. I thought they were.
Oh, don't even.
I'm
bleeping that. I'm bleeping.
Now,
I'm
I'd
bleeping
just like
that.
to ask for the record, Emilio, why weren't you in Spyro Speedruns Cup 2019?
Because I know I'm not good.
Well, but you could have been in.
I asked you about joining, but yeah, you didn't.
I was
you weren't ready. You weren't
no.
ready. Yeah.
What about Dingoosh? What happened to them?
A bit of controversy, like people were saying that he practiced too much and stuff like that. It was kind of a bit of a weird. It was like the only
Holy shit! They got to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I
Bring
don't.
back.
I think that was unfair for the record.
Bring Dingoosh back. If you're watching
Yeah,
this,
I'd have
Dingoosh,
Dingoosh
come
back.
back.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. We're just rambling at this
Yeah.
point. The groups have been posted somewhere.
Mhm.
I'm in Melbourne right now as you're watching this, so hopefully someone updates the wiki for me. Otherwise, I'll do it at some point.
So
convenient to me.
yeah, make sure you update the wiki so that everyone knows that Nintendo Gen 64 is in Melbourne.
Yeah.
I did put
Melbourne,
I did put
Victoria.
Bobbledink on there too because I forgot him as well. So
Yes.
I think everyone's correct on the wiki. And Connor David made it to the semi-finals in ISGP2, which I forgot.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
that-
infallible. What does Anthony Albanese say? He says, "I'm a human being. I make mistakes."
Make mistakes. Yeah.
Vote Labour. Anyway, is there anything else we want to say before we
Nope.
sign off?
I would
Good
say,
luck.
have a great day, have a great life, have a great night,
And watch on Apple TV. There you go.
Bleeping
and
out.
we will be uploading in a
Right.
couple days' time the official group video onto the channel. So
Yeah, because this won't be good enough.
I'll have to make that at some point between now and then. So, yay for
Yes.
me. But
Oh,
that'll
yeah.
be the condensed version of what we've just spoken about today. So
Yeah.
They're
if
not
for
as
whatever
fun.
reason you
Not
could,
as
if
fun.
for whatever reason you skipped us
flashy.
talking about the groups,
Yeah.
and you just watch the end of this video, that'll come up soon.
If you've made it this far, just to test something, I want you to write in a comment but I want you to manage to somehow put in the word. What's a good word? What's a good inconspicuous word that someone can put in a sentence that someone's not going to see a comment and be like, I wonder why they've commented that.
Oh, you know what?
Hamburger, done. Hamburger pillow, in honor of hamburger pillow in the back. There.
Yeah,
put idea, hamburger in a comment. I don't know how, I don't care how. Just fit the word hamburger into a comment just so I know that you've made it this far.
That's right. Maybe tell us what your favorite kind of hamburger is. Maybe just complete non sequitur.
Yeah, but
maybe say,
don't
I'm
make
a big
obvious.
fan of like a Big Mac or something.
And if I find out someone's commented and there isn't any reference to hamburgers.
Well, you don't have to say the word hamburger. Maybe just like name drop a hamburger. Maybe say, I love a fillet of fish or something like that.
The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
Just say something like that. You don't have to say the actual word hamburger, but I love a bunch of comments that have something to do with like random burgers. Like, I love Big Mac, quarter pounder.
Or it's just the comment being like, I don't think beetroot should be there.
Yeah. Do that, everyone freak out everyone by commenting
comment.
shit tons about burgers.
Get that interaction up, please. We need it.
Okay. I want to see it.
Anyway.
And reply. Let's get a real conversation going here.
Okay, before Andrew starts showing us too much random shit, we're gonna leave.
Right, this is my Sana Yoki Crystal Fisher cassette. You can get it now on Golf Spa Records. There you go. Only a few left.
Okay,
right.
Shameless plug. Anyway, thank you for making it this far, if you have gotten this far, and if you haven't, I'm disappointed in you. And we'll see you on the next episode if we don't get cancelled in between now and then.
That's right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Farewell.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye. Good night. Bang.
Bang.